So this is something we should, so this is why we got to look beyond the single project and beyond development, because there's a lot of issues going on that we often don't appreciate. And this is what line management should be doing.
When we're speaking about line management, I'm not sure if I got his question. What do you, in most of our organization, you have full-time one dedicated line manager per team. So team leader, group manager, whatever, he doesn't write code. And then you suggest to have an additional Scrum Master?
No.
So
I was thinking
line management
above
what would
the
be a
project
good
manager.
ratio?
So you might have so I was answering from the point of view of IT management. So you got like project manager, this project manager, Scrum Master person responsible for the team, but they are reporting up the food chain to the IT management. So you could have 10 Scrum Masters, 10 project managers, Scrum Master type people reporting into their line manager, who's responsible for those 10 teams.
I think the answer to this question also depends highly on how many levels of line management you have in your organization. Because if you have only one line manager for all the 10 teams that you have, then the question doesn't make much sense, I think. Yeah. But if you have 4 or 5 levels of line management, the question, I think, makes sense because it will show you that you don't need so many levels of line management.
You should have specified which level we
are. And also what the line management accomplishes. If you're only doing really line management, then okay. But if you're also considering HR, accounting,
of course, you will need line
support team, and all the other stuff that is necessary for running a company, then you have not line management, but other management groups, Scrum teams can be also organized as Scrum teams. Don't know, but what I saw at one company is a support team next to 5 development teams, and this support team helps the support team develops tools and policies and whatever for the development team. So that is something productive.
One of my ex-bosses had a saying, was something when he was talking to his team leaders, that tell me what you have done today that Emese, our assistant, couldn't have done it faster and better. So if he could tell 1 or 2 things, then he said, yeah, you are a good leader, because otherwise, I think 90% of current whatever they are saying they are doing, it's status reporting upwards or requesting it from downwards and so on. And Emese would be perfect to do that. She's very, very multitasking person. Or email answering still with status or Excel table or so on.
And usually is normally the answer, because it depends on how many tasks and what is the work behind. And if there are many things to organize, and because, for example, there is not that good administration behind, then you need many managers to get rid of it.
Many assistants.
I think this is an issue of conversion of lies to damn lies to statistics to diagrams. Yeah. And these are the different levels that you're producing.
True.
Yeah, the question is also related to resistance of the line management to support this transition. Mm-hmm. So then it means, I think, that you need really high-level support to introduce.
You need only support from the highest level. Other medium levels intermediate.
I've seen it both. So, in my opinion, the make or break of Agile introduction is at the bottom level, because even if the COO, which is top, says that we have to do Agile, the message gets so diluted up until I say, yeah, sure, yet another change program that's not going to change anything.
Yeah. But that is based on because they don't have experience. But if you really experience, then
this is real experience.
Real experience. But the team, if it starts really to follow it, then immediately has some feedback, some good feedback.
But every level you introduce also hides information then.
Yes.
And that's the problem. Transparency is all.
Of course, it's not what I mean. That okay, the chief executive says now we are agile, and of course then it will not work. But what I mean is to support yeah, you have
Yeah.
to start from the bottom, but you need also support from the top.
This is
What
like
is
basic.
not needed. All you need to start, I think, is them not to block. So you don't need that much support. Okay, you will need consultants and coaches. So if you need money for that, you need them. But
We have experience that the line manager says to the people that, oh, I don't support this agile methods and this Scrum, then this is really bad. So if you
Yep.
don't have them, then you have the defense and all the contract from the people, teams, and then it doesn't work.
So yeah, so usually what's happening, so this is like change management type stuff, right? So what's going on in most reasonable sized organizations is the people on the ground, they want, they've got a pretty good idea what they need to do and they want to do it and they want to become better at it. The people at the top also usually have a pretty good clue, but they don't have any sort of power, right? And then even though they're in charge, and then you got the middle management layer who has gotten there based on the old power paradigm. So what you're talking about
Promoting the bad people.
Well, no, it's not.
That is how you get middle management.
Yeah, no, but they were good. They were good people. They were good people at the time, right? But now you're talking about changing the rules, which means their power base changes. So now you're threatening them. So So what do, right? Basic psychology: you fight or you flee. So the middle manager either decides, okay, fine, I'm out of here. I'm going to go work for a company that I believe in, or they fight and they push back, and they have power. You have no power. They have power. So who do you think's going to win? So now you've got to start playing the game, and that means you got to get good at politics. You got to get good at explaining. Nobody's going to support. Oh, I want to be agile, or I want to do TDD. Nobody cares. Sorry, they don't care. What they're interested in is how can I get the next promotion? How can I get my next bonus? What business value can I bring, right? So you need to understand how your manager is being reviewed. How do they get their bonus? If you understand that, then you need to twist your agile message to support them getting their bonus or getting their promotion, whatever that happens to be that motivates them. Suddenly, they're on your side. But if you just go, I want to do TDD because it's really cool and I read a book about it, you're out of luck. It's not going to happen.
But in addition, it's always people in position that they say that I don't need change, because everything is fine.
Yeah, they're happy. They're happy. Why,
I've seen a product where the typical integration took something like 3 months, and they were saying, "Oh, we are doing so great, only 3 months."
But if last time it took 6 months, then they are doing good. Right? It's all relative.
What will happen if you tell this to the top manager that he will ask, okay, if you will change to Agile, will we finish this project earlier? And he will ask it in the very first phase of the project. And what you will say, I don't know, because according to Agile, we don't predict the end of the project, and not the budget, and not the scope of the project. So it's really hard to explain them why is it good to...
I have a very good answer for this. So just imagine the difference between that you send your wife shopping